What's up, everybody? All right. Turn that down just a tad bit there. Turn it down in my headphones so I can actually hear myself think. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay, so weird thing to be doing, a Saturday stream. I know I don't do these very often, but I missed last night, and I didn't want to miss my last stream this week. So, hi. Let's see. What's up, Al? How you doing, buddy? How to match camera for modeling? Can you show? Yeah, it's so you need to throw an image plane in Maya, and then from there, usually what I'll do if I'm trying to do like exact matching is I'll frame a camera directly along that image to look at it, and then I'll just model that way. Like that's kind of the easiest way to do it. I don't really honestly do that very often anymore. Eventually you kind of get to a point where you don't need to necessarily do that anymore, so I don't really do that super often. Jayish, I'm sorry. Let's see. All right, cool. So I got to get Instagram going because I forgot to do all of the stuff that I usually do. Live video. Happy Saturday. It's tank time. It's tank time today, everybody. All right, public. Next. We're going to be doing one more weird thing today, which I haven't done in a long time. And because I have the access to do it still, and because we didn't ban the app, I'm going to use TikTok Live. Even though I guess we did kind of ban the app, but like not entirely. So give me a second here. I think that's all good. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Can I go live? Let's see if this works. Live. 3D modeling a sci-fi tank. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go live. I can never remember how TikTok works. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. So that's cool. Is this a little chat overlay? Are you kidding me? What's this? That's cool. I think that's what this is. We're going to try this out and see if this works. Let's go live on Instagram. This is always really weird going live on multiple platforms. Go away. Go live. Let's see here. All right. Good. I think we're good. All right. Instagram's up. YouTube's up. Twitch is up. What's up, Mr. Blazing Man? How you doing? How you doing, Al? It's good to see you, dude. All right, so I think we're good. TikTok is live, I think, potentially. Oh, wow, my microphone's like really low. Hold on a second. Why is my mic so low? Oh, because it's using the wrong microphone. General settings. I hate this app so much. You need to be using mic inst. Save. Testing 1, 2. That's much better. Okay. And then I need to adjust this real quick. I haven't gone live on TikTok in a while. We'll drop that to like 30% and unmute it. All right, that's better. Cool. I think we're good. Cool. All right. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Thank you for the follow, Mohammed. Appreciate that. That was a fucking cool model, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. Feels weird to be streaming on a Saturday. M for Magnificent. Hello. Hi. I know a lot of people wanted me to do this, so here I am on a Saturday. I'm going to try to do these as much as I can. It's a little hard sometimes with scheduling because like usually Saturday is the only day that me and my wife get to like hang out like for the day, just because we're busy. But she's at dance, so I've got 2 hours that I can spend doing this, and I'm waiting for a bunch of stuff in my garage to dry so I can tear my office apart again. So here we are. All right. So this is kind of where I'm at with the tank. It's coming along quite well. Working on the interior kind of mechanism in here, trying to figure out what I want to do. So this is all a lot of like block out and just kind of miscellaneous gunk that I'm working on. But we'll get the formalities out of the way. So everybody, if you don't know, I do stream live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and once again, TikTok. So I'm live on TikTok again until they get rid of it permanently. But I figured we'll make one last final push, see how high we can get that platform, and see if we can reach more people who use Maya. Akshay, hello, hi, how are you? All right, so, yeah, if you guys caught the videos, I already did a video on how to make a tank tread and how to massively rename everything, so lots of good stuff. All of those techniques have been used on this model and more, so there will be a lot more to go through. But how's everyone doing? How's your Saturdays or Sunday if you're on the other side of the world? Because I think you guys are in Sunday, right? Or is it Friday? It's either Friday or Sunday. All right, so looking at this, still trying to figure out like how I want to handle this. I know I need more like wheelbase, so I need more support down on the bottom. I have these too far separated out, so I'm gonna move these back a little bit. Just do that. That should give us a little bit more. I wanted it to be a little bit more like refined and not as like bulky and heavy. Why does everything look more realistic in Maya than Blender? Is it because of the cycle renders? No, I know with Blender you guys have I forget what they're called. There's some sort of like mat, like your viewport mat. And it really comes down to like what your settings are. Like I can make this look like crap if I wanted to, but I run a bunch of settings just to make it look kind of pretty for stream. It's funny because like I actually tend to think that stuff looks prettier in Blender, but I'm just so used to Maya I don't really care too much about that. But yeah, I've never had somebody say that Maya looked prettier because I always thought it was the opposite. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good, man. If I didn't already answer that, which I probably did because I'm like brain dead today. Okay. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some sort of like piston rig here to kind of hold these wheels in place. I think is what I'm going to do, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I was going to pull up, let me see. Tank tread. Let's look and see what we have. Because like I don't have a lot of concepts for that. See, that's kind of cool. I like how it's got the overarching like bracket that kind of holds everything together. That's a much smaller tread, but older tanks were pretty simple. So I want to find this middle ground of making it look sci-fi, but like also simple. So I guess we'll see how that works. All right. Well, let's just start modeling something. We'll just start with building a rotational bracket. If you guys are watching on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, I think TikTok has likes on stream. Please make sure you like the stream. It helps the algorithm and helps send us into the unknown that is the space of social media. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I have no problem answering them. These streams are for you guys. So if you guys have questions, you want answers, send them on my way. All right. Streams are also for me just because like I get a bunch of stuff done, but you know. How long did it take you to learn Maya? I've been using Maya for 15 years now. To learn it to where I felt comfortable, probably about 2 years. I'd say it took about 2 years before I was like truly like comfortable with it. I'm still learning it. Like I don't know everything about it by any means, but we're getting there. Let's see. I'm gonna cut that right in the middle, and then we're gonna preemptively support these edges just because that's what we want to do. And we'll go. I really want to see some simulation with Bifrost snow when it's done, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm kind of excited about it. So this project is going to be encoder overloaded. Why? There's no way. This project is going to be an interesting one, right? Because what we're going to do is I'm going to have the final render, which I'm going to make it look really pretty. I'm not going to do Bifrost sim for the final render, but the animated renders that I'm going to be doing, those will have Bifrost sims in them. So this is going to be like, this project isn't going to go away for a while because it's going to be kind of like my big one for the year, I'm thinking. I don't know Hey, I don't know if I'll be doing anything like this big throughout the year, aside from this one, so we'll see. Encoder overloaded. But why? Is it TikTok overloading it? CPU, GPU. What's my GPU running at? 1 second. Let me check this real quick, guys. Ooh. Why? I'm using 100% of the GPU? Wow. Interesting. I wonder if I can drop the settings on TikTok a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust these while I'm live. I doubt I can. Enhance settings. I'm gonna see if I can reduce the settings on TikTok real quick, guys. This video settings are too high. I can't. All right, TikTok, I will be right back if you guys are hanging out. I'll be right back. Give me like a minute. Can I pause it? Oh, I can pause the live. Can I change settings while I pause it? Okay, no, I can't do that. All right, I'm going to kill it and I'm going to start it again. I hate that I had to do that, but I need to adjust these settings. This is awful. I cannot have that sucking all of my resources. Let's see. We'll do 720p 60. Save. That's fine. Video bitrate does not need to be that. We'll go 16,000. Audio bitrate, that's fine. Into a hard codec. H.265, H.264. Yeah, that should be okay. Okay. Run. Let me see if this works. Sorry, guys. I want to get this working. So, let's see if I can just get this real quick. Results are good. Yay. Good for me. Let's see. Quality priority. We're going to do performance quality. Confirm. All right. Go live. Go live. I'm going to try this again. Okay. I think this will be better. Hopefully this doesn't overload the encoder. All right. Damn, I'm watching a live while I'm mulling in Maya 2. Nice. I have to take my animated model to Nuke for compositing. We'll have to get a plane from New or take it from Maya. Will this also work? Wait. We'll have to get a plane from New. You mean Nuke? Rishore, I think I'm a little confused by what you're asking. Let me know if you can like reword that, because that's a little confusing. Okay. I think we're back on everything now, so we should be good. Let me make sure my GPU isn't having a heart attack now. Okay, that's better. 72%'s better. Oh, sorry. Stepped on my dog. All right. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is I'll have this as like a solid bracket. Let's move this over here. And then I'm going to duplicate one of these wheels to work with. Alright. Yeah, hopefully this time kind of works for some people. That's kind of the goal. I want to make the stream a little bit more accessible for everybody, so I know that across the pond it's a little bit more difficult just because of the time zones and everything, so I guess we'll see how this works. Okay. So let's see. I don't need this to be like some hyper complicated object, but I do want it to feel very much like a bearing of some sort, so let's see. What we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mirror this guy. Oh. I was going to say, I was like, I don't know why that's not working. Negative. And positive. There we go. Cool. All right. And we'll have some really cool pistons attaching to this because I can't not have pistons in my models. I love them. They are one of my favorite things to work with, and I just realized I screwed up. I didn't, but I mirrored a little too soon. Damn it. Alright. Get rid of that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alright. Total polygon count. That's a good question. With everything's smoothed right now, so it's not going to be accurate. I suppose I can give my computer a heart attack real quick just for you. Let's find out. Because I don't even know, honestly. We are sitting at... Not too bad, so about 1.2 million unsmoothed. Nabil, hello, hi, how are you? Most of those polygons, I can tell you right now, are coming from those tank treads. This this object, or this model, is also going to be a teaching point that we're going to go through with working with high polygon models in, like, production type deals. So, like, how would you go about animating something like this that has so many polygons? So we're going to go through, we're going to do a bunch of videos on how to set up basically like imposter objects that work within Maya to allow you to do your animation and work the same way as your model will work, but you can basically turn off the high polygon model, animate with the low poly box out model, and then turn it back on when you're ready for render. I am fine. Good. What's up, Marvin? How are you? Let's unsmooth that because we don't need that smoothed. Yeah, you can see these tank treads are actually quite dense, so there's a reason why the polygons are so high on this model. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I hope I set up my TikTok on Epidemic. Let's see if I did that real quick. Because that would be not good. I don't want to get my video banned. Safe list. I did. Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. Had to check. Had to make sure. Okay. So we're going to create a little hole here. Just cycle that down. Mesh. Or edit mesh. Circularize. That actually didn't do too bad. Okay. Pull that in. Delete that. And then we'll merge. Alright, so to support this, we gotta go ahead and add some beveling, which I've been getting more used to using beveling this way, even though I still hate it. It does kind of save a lot of time. So that actually takes care of what we needed right there. Alright, mesh tools, insert edge loop. We want to get this guy kind of supported and good to go. Do you have any reference for this model? So this model is kind of my own design, but it is based off of a multitude of different tanks. So these are kind of all of the different images I'm working on. This is kind of my like overarching, like this is what I want my scene to look like. But I'm basically pulling elements from all sorts of different tanks. When we extract, when we extract the track points of real footage in the new one, do we make a bad plane because of the shadow of the robot? Should be visible in the new one. We ask ourselves whether the plane... Okay, so yeah, that's a... God, it's been so long since I've done that. So when you are exporting your stuff, right? When you're exporting everything to a compositor like Nuke or something in DaVinci Resolve, one of the ways you're going to have to do that is you do have to do that shadow plane because you have to capture that shadow data. So you can fake it if you wanted to, but you need to capture the shadow data and then render that out as a separate entity, basically. I couldn't tell you how to do it in Maya because honestly, the last time I did it was in 3ds Max. And it's been like 15 years since I've touched 3ds Max, so I haven't honestly done it in Maya in a very long time. Archfiend, hello, how are you? Chappy 3D art, oh, I see, looking great so far. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Sharky, I love Twitch having a stroke where I have to nuke all my cookies and cache it. Wait, what happened? Always want to ask, since I've been getting lots of content of you recommended, what was your career within the 3D industry up to this point? So up to this point, all I've done is freelance as well as like independent film projects. That's kind of all I've stuck to. I'm kind of in the process of trying to further change that for myself. I think the industry is finally kind of recovering a little bit, and I'm going to try to hopefully get out there into it more. But I've stayed independent for a long time, mainly because of the state of the industry and the state of things. It's just been kind of rough, so I've been a practicing 3D artist for 15 plus years, but I have not worked in the industry myself. Your stream wouldn't load at all on the PC, but mobile was fine. Just nuke my cat. That's weird. How you doing, buddy? Sir, bevel the edge instead of adding an edge loop for it. I'm doing fine. No, so the reason I don't bevel, right? Watch, I'll show you guys right now. So if I take this edge loop right here, and I bevel this. Oh, sorry. Bevel this. If it actually wants to do what it's supposed to. So I'll go bevel. Why is it not beveling? Well, there's a good example of why I don't bevel. The reason I don't is because it's going to create these little extra faces that then I have to deal with. So I will use a mixture of beveling and inserting edge loop, because inserting edge loop is how I learned when I was younger, and it's still a very viable tool that for some reason everybody hates. But beveling, it has its use cases, I just don't use it all the time. Okay, sir, I got it. Good, good. I hope that helps. It's been a long time since I've had to run through that process. I am alive. I feel that. I feel that today. It's been rough here in Germany as well. Got super lucky with a job after studying 3D. What industry would you aim for? I want to do film. I heavily want to do film. My interest is more towards like VFX stuff, which is why I do high polygon assets. It's why I work in like VFX workflows. So that's kind of what I shoot for. All of that got smoothed, and it's not ready for smoothing. Let's unsmooth that because it looks terrible. Okay. Yeah, this guy's coming along. Okay. But I'm glad that you're able to get a job, especially with it being so tough like that. How's that looking? That's pretty good. The only thing I'm not liking is we've got this weird, like, kind of like shading garbage here. So we can kind of clean that up. Where is my cut tool? I just need my modeling toolkit. I'm going to try this and see if it causes any pinching. If it doesn't cause pinching, I'll just leave it. Oh, yeah, it's... yeah, no, I don't like that. Alright, so the other way to kind of go about this would be to kind of add a new edge loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to do just that. We're going to remove this, and we're going to remove this. It actually helps make your work easy. Wait, did you learn all your 3D skills? Wait, did you learn all your skills in 3D on your own, or did you do courses at school? So I went to college. I've been doing 3D since high school. So I started in high school. I started with Rhinoceros, 3ds Max, Maya, Mudbox, and then I went to college. I went to Full Sail University. And then after that, everything else has been self-taught. A lot of the stuff that I have learned, I will chalk up to self-taught because I didn't really learn a whole lot in university, unfortunately. But yeah, I am a mix. It actually helps make your work easy. It just depends. It depends on how the bevel applies. I'm working on a mech assignment and might need your help. Make sure you join the Discord, Archfiend. There's a lot of good support in there. All right, so I want to add a support loop to this, but if I do this, it's going to screw that up. So I have to terminate it somewhere in here. So I'm going to terminate it around here. I'm going to give an extra edge loop there. And we're going to just work this in here. Okay. This way we can kind of keep ourselves from overdoing this. Actually, I think I went too far, didn't I? I did go too far. My bad. That was further than I wanted to go. Okay, so that should technically hold up. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Sure thing. All right, cool. Yeah, if you guys don't know, the Discord is one of the best places to get assistance and help, because I'm just definitely not available all of the time. Why did that not go all the way through? That's weird. Huh. Interesting. It did on this. No, it didn't. Look at that. Okay. That's fun. Topology police. Drop the knife tool, buddy. No, never. I love the knife tool. Sir, it's necessary that we as in designers need to do masters? Oh, like a master's degree? No, absolutely not. You don't have to at all. How many ready models do you have right now? I mean, it depends on your definition of ready. Like, I have, I don't know, 6 to 8 models that I did last year. All right. I don't quite know why that's acting that way, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay. I always find it funny. Why are we not working? What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Alright, so thinking about this, what I gotta do, we're gonna go ahead and bridge. Damn it, it did it again. Look at that. Is there an extra vert in here? Probably. Oh no, there's an extra piece of geometry. God damn you. Okay. So that's fun. I always love it when it does this, because it doesn't really, like, actively tell you that it did it. There it is. Alright. Delete. And delete. Every freaking time. Okay. You just have to know. That's true. You find them eventually. You need to feel it. It's always good when you smooth your mesh and it looks like somebody vomited on the screen, because there's some hidden face in there for some reason. Okay. That's looking nice and crappy. Wait a minute. What is going on here? I just deleted that. Dude. Wow. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a lot easier on ourselves. I'm going to delete half of this model and just fix this one and then mirror it across. Good morning. Shimvam, hello, good morning. Ark, what do you want to... Wait. What do you want to work with later on? Oh, okay, I see. there's a lot that I want to work with. I'm currently in the process of doing like a lot of ZBrush stuff. So I'm trying to get to a point where I can stream that too, because I don't know, ZBrush is really cool. I really enjoy it. But creatures are something that I'm kind of interested in. I'm not really necessarily interested in characters or like human characters. It's never really been something that I've wanted to make. So I think I'll end up staying away from those. But yeah, stuff like that, I think. Let's see. Sir, I want to pursue my master's in UK. Sir, is it good? Did you teach any college? No. So I've never taught college. I've technically taught like a little bit of high school, but never college. But as far as your masters go, the general rule is that I follow anyway. If it's not going to put you in an insurmountable amount of debt and you can afford it, and it's not going to be, like something that's going to really like hurt you, then go for it. But just know it's not necessary. A lot of the people I know who work in the industry don't really have master's degrees, so it's not really gonna lend to helping you if that's what you're curious about. I would say more so to take that time instead of going to college to get a master's degree and focus on like actually building out your portfolio. That's gonna do more help for you than anything else. Hello, Kanalia Hamid? I hope I said that right, but hi. I want to become a 3D journalist, sir. So, if you want to be a journalist, you got a lot of learning to do. Which, that maybe that's a case where that master's might help you, but again, if you want to be a journalist, you need to make sure you're doing projects that are helping you towards that goal. So taking projects all the way from start to finish, as well as in between doing things like animation and rigging, as well as some coding, because I guess generalists are sometimes wanted to do coding as well, which sucks because I hate coding. Roy, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the biddies. If you sit to make 3D models and get up only after it's finished, your face doesn't feel like getting up. I don't have that problem. But I also stand while I'm modeling, so. I have a lot of questions, but I don't know where I can start. Just send them. Send them away. I don't mind answering them. How you doing, Roy? It's good to see you, man. Hope you are well. Alright, so we're going to just merge that. Effort is not the issue, sir. The place where I come from doesn't have many opportunities for 3D. That is also a problem, which sucks. The reason I say effort is just because you do have a lot to learn. If you want to be a 3D generalist, it is a lot to learn. So it's something that I've been spending like 15 years on. So when it comes down to it, like, you just have to be ready for that. And when it comes to opportunity, like, that's always something that's kind of unavoidable, especially if you can't leave where you are. But if you can leave where you are, you dramatically increase your chances. Doing good. Very busy? Yeah. Are you still doing a bunch of pours at night, man? Can I share my ArtStation just for a review? Yeah, we could do a couple today if you want to. Go ahead and send one in. I don't know if YouTube will let you send a link. You can try it, though. Alright, there's another one of those little hidden faces. It's funny, I haven't actually had this issue, this entire model, until now. So that's fun. Okay. Alright, so we're going to bridge this. Now we can actually do what I was trying to do. Okay, that needs to be flattened because that looks terrible. Why are you barking? Somebody just show up at my door? Hold on. I don't know which industry is good for me. Yeah, go ahead and send your ArtStation. We'll take a look at it. Really, the industry is like... It sucks, right? Because like you want to choose like the industry that you feel is best for you, but reality is that you also want to choose one that's available to you. Because as a 3D artist, we don't have a lot of those available to us. So when it comes down to it, that's something you want to take a look at and make sure. Los Santos, yo, dude, your tips have been so helpful. Just want to thank you personally. Started not too long ago. Hey, I'm glad. That's awesome. I'm glad I can still provide those on TikTok too. So that's really cool. I appreciate you letting me know, and appreciate you following along. Cryptic, just want to thank you. Your videos have helped me a lot with my own 3D modeling since I'm right now studying game graphics, mostly 3D modeling, and your vids has made it good as I love that. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm glad they helped. Like that's the whole reason, man. Like I don't spend all this time just to like throw stuff out there. Like I do love hearing that my videos help you guys, so I appreciate you telling me that they help you. Once I check the in vertex mode, sir, might help. And yes, thank you for your videos. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm shooting for the game assembly, so like game industry stuff. Okay, cool. I would avoid the fossil fuel industry. I mean, that's fair. That's actually absolutely fair. All right, so let's just kind of correct some of this a little bit here. Got more mix-ups here. God, dude. This one piece has been giving me more trouble than it's worth today. Yeah, it did it again. Okay. Well, that's fun. All right. We're going to take that because it doesn't need to be there. There we go. That's better. Okay. So just more extra geo that doesn't need to be there. Stop doing that. It's hot in here. Hold on a second. Hey Google, turn on Office fan. Okay. What? Hey Google, turn on Matt's Office fan.
Alright, turning on Matt's office.
Dude, what the hell happened to this model? Alright. I can make that in 90 seconds in Blender. Okay, that's fun. I can see how this conversation is going to go. I'm good, just getting things ready for tonight. What's going on tonight? All right. Much cleaner. There we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted. There's another issue there. Dude, are you serious? Why does this keep happening? It's just that one. All right. Hey, Google. Yeah, let's not do that. I don't know if Google can even actually do that. I've never tried. All right. So that gives us a triangle right there, so we're going to work that out. Let's clean this up a bit. Control delete. I just want to make sure that supporting edge loop's working the way I want it to. It is. Cool. So, honestly, let's try this real quick. I have an idea. Perfect. Much better. Much cleaner. All right, cool. So we do have a couple triangles here. In fact, that one I actually need to... Let's do this. Hold on. Let me clean this up real quick. Should be able to just delete that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Creates a quad. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Sir, what's the worst nightmare in a 3D model? Any type of 3D model? Hidden faces. Like when the faces get like extruded weirdly, or for whatever reason it doubles up on faces. Those are kind of the worst. Otherwise, I don't know. There's like not really too many. Like technically, you could say like topology is a nightmare, but it's something that I've kind of come to enjoy. So it just depends on like what you feel like you don't enjoy, or you do enjoy. Let's see. Mesh, mirror. I go on the X, positive, bounding box. Okay. Not to forget the hideous faces. Those are the worst. Which hideous faces are you talking about? Mesh tools, insert edge loop. Okay. Crashing when you didn't save your work at the work. Yeah, that's why you should do incremental saving. That saves a lot of headache. Okay, cool. So we're going to do kind of like a bushing design here. Elongated non-planar N-gons would be a cool band name. Yeah, probably. Nobody would know what it is, but... Alright. Okay, takes care of that. Nope. Come on now. Alright. Cool, so our little bearing's done. We can match it up to this wheel now. Just turn on point snap. And we'll scale it up. Okay. Turn that off now. Okay, so that should work just fine. So we can delete that now. Love from India. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. How do you do instant bevels? What do you mean instant bevels? I just use the bevel tool. Or Control B. Yeah, Control B works as well. Yeah, I can definitely agree that crashing while modeling is kind of the worst, like, fear of any artist. I don't particularly enjoy it when it happens, but that's why I started doing incremental saving, because it kind of saves your butt. Let's turn that off. Okay, so that's a little thick. And then this just needs to be kind of adjusted. But that's going to start to give us that like mechanical detail underneath, which is good. And we'll just kind of keep following through with this. So Control D, point snap. And this one up front might be a little bit different. Oh, no, there's plenty of room. Okay, cool. There's a problem I didn't anticipate. I think I might remove one of these wheels just to keep that kind of free and open, so. Turn off point snap. That's better. Yeah, if you're asking about the ones that I was dragging through, those are just edge loops. You can also use the multi-cut tool. There's a lot of ways to just add your supporting edge loops no matter how you need to. I use shortcuts for target weld or for multi-cut as I use it, and it really helps me a lot as of today for target weld. I didn't realize there was a shortcut for target weld. I just clicked the button in the modeling toolkit. I'm real bad about using shortcuts just because I never really spend the time to learn them. So, something I should be better at. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how I want to, like, build this out. Because I do want those to be controlled by Piston. My high school has 8 gigs of RAM MacBooks. It's a nightmare and just crashed all the time. Doing 3D on a MacBook was the worst experience I ever had in my life. I hated it. My college provided us with MacBooks, and we had to use them. And the first thing I did was figure out how to install Windows on it because I hate Apple's operating system. Which is funny because now I have an iPhone. Oh, okay. I see, Roy. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I will try. I'll be there. I'll be there regardless. But happy that if you're trying not to announce it. Dude, I don't even know when mine is, if I'm being completely honest. Let's see. Hold up, you fellas use Mac for Maya. Yeah, some schools require Macs for Maya. Is that 20 million tries? Yeah, but you have to remember this is smooth right now, so that number is inaccurate. It's actually closer to, like, I think 2 million. MLW, what's up? Hey, how's Zebra's learning going? It's painfully slow. I've been dedicating a lot of time to this model, unfortunately, because it's fun. I'm having a good time. The stuff you taught me is helping a little bit. I've stopped using the smooth tool because I didn't realize how, like, awful that was. But I've kind of reverted my base mesh that I was working on back to kind of like the starter forms, and so I'm trying to just work with that and build it all in. But no, I appreciate everything you told me in your live stream because that helped a lot. I once used Blender with a magic mouse. Made me want to hang myself with a... What's a magic mouse? I have no idea what that is. Let's see. Yeah, we do. Should not. It's the worst thing ever. There's this weird myth that Mac is, like, designed for stuff like that. And, like, yes, to an extent, like, you know, it's really good for Photoshop. It's really good for things like Illustrator and video editing. But I have never had more problems in my life than when I tried to do 3D on a Mac. Let's see. Hey, another question. When adding edge loops with multi-cut tool, sometimes the edges disappear. That means that it failed to actually calculate across the geometry. And so a lot of the times that can technically mean that you might have like a dual face underneath something. And then sometimes it just glitches out and doesn't add it anyway. So it's one of those things where, like, it could be indicating that something's wrong with the mesh that you're working on, but it also could just be Maya being dumb. All right. So I'm starting to not like this mishmash of, like, geo that I have going through here, so I think I'm going to get rid of it and then do something a little bit different, but I'm trying to think of how I would do that. I'm going to leave it for now. We're going to build a piston because why not? A big hunky piston. Oops. Alright, I think I'm going to unsmooth the treads because they're running like crap. Yeah, that should be much better. Honestly, they look pretty fine unsmoothed, but I think it's just a historical thing. A few decades ago, the creative software was mainly on the Mac, just not 3D, I guess. Yeah, it's been something that I feel like the industry's kind of changed away from, although apparently Pixar still heavily uses Mac, which I don't understand. That's great, man. Keep it up. I like your hard surface modeling techniques. I don't have patience for it, and I admire your work and time it takes to build hard surface. I don't know why I enjoy it so much, because, like, you're right. Like, it is a time suck. But I don't know. I really like it. But I appreciate that, man. Hey, watching you from Sri Lanka. Oh, that's cool. Well, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I really do like ZBrush, and, like, I've always said, like, when I started doing 3D, like, my goal was to do creature work, not so much character work, because I've never been interested in it, but creatures are what, like, really interests me, because I'm a huge Jurassic Park and, like, War of the Worlds fan, so, like, I like that kind of stuff, so I want to be able to do that stuff, and I can't imagine trying to model that in Maya. So ZBrush is just kind of, like, the requirement. It's good for everything graphics except 3D. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it is. Like, I don't know how the new ones are. Like, there is something to be said about Apple's new M1 chips. I'll give them immense credit to that, because the fact that you can use ZBrush on an iPad is honestly insanity. But we'll see if they actually, like, fully change that over the years. Yeah, I don't know. Not the biggest fan. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Let's go back to the tank reference. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so these are really usually just like really big, like hunky pistons. So I think I'm going to do just that. So when you're working with a cylinder like this, you can see how I quadded that out at the top. You always, when you're doing this, you want to work with the center beam, because this is going to give you the closest result for, like, extruding that rectangular piece. So what I will normally do is just straighten these out. Oop. And then we'll extrude that. Sir, is this tank for game production? Oh no, absolutely not. This is way too high poly for this. This would be a VFX asset. So, for those of you guys who missed it, so the whole goal for this project is going to be taking this thing and showing you, like, full-on, like, VFX workflows and working with, like, high polygon hard surface models. Because a lot of people don't realize that, like, in order to animate the things that you see in, like, feature films and stuff, a lot of those times, those objects themselves, like, the models aren't really used until the final render. So they have these kind of, like, placebo objects in place that are pretty much fairly shaped, like, the same way, and they still operate the same way. They follow the same rig, and then at the end of that process, that model is brought in its high poly form. So you don't work with these technically. So this will have its own low poly form. We'll do a bunch of videos on YouTube on how to do that. But that's why I'm looking forward to this project, because it's going to be a lot of stuff that I wanted to teach last year that we're going to teach this year. So yeah, this is solely for, like, a VFX workflow. Alright, let's go over here. So if you guys want to catch those videos, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I love that. Let's kind of clean that up a little bit. Okay. That should hold just fine. Actually, I just learned yesterday that if I drag select and hit Alt afterwards, I can move the selection box. Yes. All right. Hate how that does that. Okay, cool. Sweet. So we're going to extrude that inwards. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll just merge it. That's fine. Let's turn chamfer off. Fraction in. Okay. So this is going to be the same thing here. We have to isolate this topology from this geometry because we want this to stay smooth. And if I currently go about this, and so if I go to like Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop, so if I drag that through, you can see how that goes through. So if you smooth an object like that, it's going to jack it up. It's going to cause kind of like a bump in your topology, and you don't want that. So we're going to terminate it early on up here. Let's see. Let's go back to my modeling toolkit, multi-cut. So we're going to do that. Okay. Enter. So we're going to do the same workflow here. I tend to do this a lot. I will just work on half the model. That way I don't have to stress about doing the whole model, and I'll just mirror it. It's a much easier workflow. And then I'm going to just delete this because we're going to use the same object to create the same base. Alright, so now I need a ring going around the exterior, like this section here. So technically, let me do this actually. Hold on. I'm going to delete that ring I just created. Let me see if this will work. I haven't. Yeah, alright. Turn our chamfer off. Segments. And then, so this is why. Like, a lot of people ask, like, why I don't bevel things. This is why, because it causes weird issues like this. But we can do a little bit of tweaking here. Sometimes it may not let us do anything. Yeah, it's not going to. All right, that's fine. We're going to rebuild this anyway, so not a big deal. Okay, so vertex, target weld, pull that guy down. That creates that nice loop that we wanted. Same thing over here. I like how Twitch stores the, hey, this stream has X content enabled. Do you want to watch? Tried cookies. Oh, really? Interesting. Clicked on a new stream, and I guess they have the mature language. Oh, interesting. Hello, 3D model looks awesome. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Maxim. Oh, my eyes are itchy today. Join from your short videos. Thank you, Razor. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. Okay. So you can see now we've got triangles all over the place. We don't want those. But what we also need to do is we need to add some supports. So we're going to go multi-cut. We're actually not going to do that. Hold on. Delete that. Just kind of setting this up so we can actually have the support we need, so when we smooth this, it doesn't get lost. Any organic retopo tricks that I should learn? Razor? I don't know what Razor is. But as long as you're kind of working with the quad draw tool, really it's just learning all the little ins and outs of it, because it does have a lot of like little hidden tools in it. But I don't do a lot of retopo work, so I'm not the best person to ask for that one. Maybe in the future, though. Alase, hello, how are you? I hope I'm saying that right, or is it Alas? Okay. Okay, so what we have here, we need to kind of close this up. So in general, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, delete it, delete that, delete that. So I think what I want is I can create a loop around here to kind of link that together. Let's see, we'll start it right here. And you'll see how this kind of works. Okay, so that creates an n-gon. We're going to fix that now. Back to a quad. And back to a quad. So that should be much more smoother, and you can see how we're maintaining that edge now, so that's what we're going for. It's Alase, but I'm not picky. At this point, I say it wrong half the time. Okay, cool. I'll try to remember Alase. What's up, Kelsey? What the what? I know. Saturday. Weird, huh? Thought Razor was your name. Nope, my name is Cryptic. Razor's cool, though. But as always, if you want to call me by my real name's Matt. Some people like to call people their online personas, so I don't judge. All right. How are you doing today, Alase? And Kelsey, same to you. How are you doing today? Okay. Alright, so now I gotta figure out how I want to terminate that. So the easiest way to do that is we're gonna try not to drag out too much geometry, so we're gonna use a triangle in this instance. Because remember, triangles are okay. And we'll just look at the shading on that, that's fine. A little bit of a nub there, but I think that's just because we're losing a little bit of geo. Yeah, there we go. That's nice and flat. Okay. Perfect. No eating. Why no eating? Waits to be heated in the world. How did you change your text red? Planty Papa Maximus. Maticus? Super weird, but awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try to do a couple of these. I think, especially for the people who follow me in the UK, it's a little bit better. I'm a little blue today, just missed my oldest baby, so Johnny just went give me a Starbucks and a chicken sandwich. That sounds awesome. Especially because all I've had today is avocado toast. Me text here, text here. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, I didn't know you could do that. Because I like Sharky, being yeeted can hurt. It depends on if you like it, if you enjoy being yeeted. Dun, dun. All right, so we got our piston base. Also, friends, don't forget to like the YouTube stream. Absolutely, yeah. Please like the YouTube stream. It helps the little algorithm, which has been favorable lately, which has been wonderful, because I feel like I've been doing this for too long. I got approved for Instagram bonuses yesterday, and I made my first penny on Instagram. Still not sure. Not sure if that's gonna do anything, but you know, it's kind of cool to have. Because I made the penny without doing anything, so I'm all whatever. Oh, hello, that's not right. Okay. I wondered why I did that. Okay, so we want this to be a pretty chunky piston, so I'm going to leave it that way. Nice, congrats. Thank you, I appreciate it. I still don't know what it does, so we'll see if it actually goes anywhere. But, you know, it's cool to have. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate this now. Probably should have duplicated it before I stretched a hole in it, but that's okay. It can easily be fixed. Delete. Delete one. So we're going to just take this little vertex right here. We're going to turn that off. Apply. It's going to do something that it's not supposed to. That's bizarre. It changed the normals. Alright. So we'll just flip those. That should be all better. Yeah, cool. Alright. Close that. It's been a second, so I'm going to save. Save scene as version 36. And save. Yikes, you need a good dinner then? Yeah, I'm hoping we do something good. I haven't decided what we're doing yet. Yo, interested in seeing this model coming to fruition. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's getting there. It still needs a lot of work. Like, I'm only on, like, secondary detailing right now, so... But it's coming together. I wanted this to rival my ship that I made last year, and I think it's going to, so... What are you chewing on? Oh. Okay, just stick that there. It should be pretty, yeah, that's dead on. Okay, cool. All right, so we got a piston. Wait a minute, am I not streaming on Instagram anymore? Oh, shoot, what happened to Instagram? I wondered what was going on. My Instagram stopped. Oh, it's doing that hour thing again. Why do we do this? Okay, damn it. I hate that so much. Discard. I wondered why it stopped moving. I feel like they break it more often than they fix it, which is quite annoying. Because I know I can go for longer than an hour on Instagram. Let me go live here real quick. Come on, pick it up. Go live. Stupid. Okay. Put TikTok back up there. Put YouTube right there. Okay. Here we go. So, question on TikTok. Second, sub D, what are you planning with it? High poly, baked to low poly? Nope, this will just be high poly. So technically the stuff that I do is more towards like VFX workflows. So I keep my objects as low as I can keep them, but I also don't like freak out if they go too high. So I'll use a proxy in place to animate it, and then I will replace the proxy with the high poly model when it's ready for rendering. Welcome back, Instagram. I don't know why I killed the stream, but Insta's being weird again, so. Stuff happens. Alright. Back to the Piston. So, sorry for you guys that missed that. I don't know how long it's been down, but it's at least back now. Did I make the Piston too big? I bet you I did. Here, let me do this. Mesh, combine, center. That's only a little too big. Okay, so we have a couple issues here. So one issue is that that doesn't match up with that at all. So let's figure out sizing real quick, and then I'll correct that. Separate. This always happens when I make pistons. So we're going to collapse that a little bit. Okay. And then this guy, we're just going to make it bigger. And I'll do some sort of like bushing to match that. So that can sit in there. Okay. So let's look at both of these. How many platforms do you stream on? I stream on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. Hello again. Welcome back, Chappie. Sorry, Instagram killed my live feed, so... let's see. Let's see. What are you saying? It's like you don't use the smooth 3 button at all. I do. I use it all the time. What's up, M. Sharif? How are you? You're one of the people who asked for the earlier streams. I'm glad you saw it. Alright. Do I dare make that a little bit chunkier? That's a pretty chunky piston. Let's see. What was that? Oh. Yeah. Supus, if you're still there. It's okay. It stopped. That's all that matters. Is that 500,000 polys? Oh no, it's much more than that. Only recently started streaming when I'm modeling. Good for keeping work going. No, it's great. It's super great. I love it. It keeps you busy. It keeps things kind of like moving. So I really enjoy it. Doing okay. Had a bit of a better day thanks to streaming a bit early. Sorry if I was pushy or something about. Oh no, you're not. No, not at all. I've wanted to do them for a while. It's just I finally had time to open up like and do it. So yeah, it wasn't you pushing at all. So definitely don't feel bad about that. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. I just haven't had the ability to do it. And so it's a little bit easier now because my wife is doing a dance class. What is that, 5 million? So face-wise, you're looking at, yeah, about 5 million. But keep in mind, the entire model is smooth right now, so it's actually much lower. Hey, Gamerscore, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Yeah, I tend to just leave my stuff smoothed, so those counts are never, like, fully accurate. I mean, technically, if I go and select all of this and unsmooth it, we're looking at about 1 million faces, so, yeah. Not too heavy. You should join her in that class. Come back to stream for a dance time. Oh, no. No. So my wife, if you guys don't know, my wife does figure skating. And she's taking ballet to do better on the figure skating aspect. So the ballet kind of helps balance, like helps with balance and motion and movement and stuff like that. So she's doing a ballet class. So that's why I'm not involved, because I have no interest in ballet. I do figure skate with my wife, though. It's fun. I've injured myself plenty of times. Alright, mesh. We're going to go ahead and combine this. Control D. Okay, so this is where it's going to have to get a little funky. Here's what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to shorten the pistons in certain aspects. That's okay, it'll look nice as it's going through. Let's see. What's the specs of your computer? So my computer is a Ryzen 3900X with 64 gigs of RAM and an RTX 3070 GPU. There's not enough people streaming 3D modeling. Hope to sub in the future. Nice. Well, I appreciate that. And I agree, there are not. It's actually very hard to find people streaming 3D modeling on Twitch that aren't making... Not that there's anything wrong with it, but when people are modeling, they're usually making like furries and not stuff that like I'm interested in. So it's hard to find people that like that are modeling things that like I'm super interested in. And it's tough. So I'm hoping Twitch kind of expands on that a little bit. I wish we had our own... I think it would be better if we had our own like subcategory on Twitch. I think that would be really cool. Thank you so much for the follow. 7003. I'm not going to say the first part of that, just in case. Let's see. Holy fuck. That's tough practice. I've seen the work that goes into it. It is tough. A lot of people think ice skating is some, like, girly sport, but it's hard. And I have hurt myself so many freaking times doing it. Like, it's tough. Are you planning to unwrap and texture the tank? Yes, the unwrapping will be done. If I finish this by this weekend, which I don't know if I will, the unwrapping will be done within 5 minutes. Wait, what? What do you mean inactivity on Instagram? Yeah, so the hope is that I will be unwrapping it in Rhizome on stream next week. I'm working on a Batmobile car, making for animation purposes. My question is how can I texture the entire car? Today I applied the modifiers and the final polys are 10 million. Okay, so 10 million is way too high for anything. The only sort of model that should have, like, 10 million polys is going to be like one of the Transformer models from ILM. Like, that's rough. So you need to figure out why your model is so dense, because if you put that in the Substance Painter, it's going to die. So what I would do is try to reduce your polys, and then when you UV it, go through, do your unwraps in the low poly, pull it into Substance in the lower poly, and then work on it that way. If you can't reduce your polygon count, that's gonna be really tough for sure. So I would take a look at your geometry, and if you have questions on that, jump into our Discord, and we can kind of try to figure out like what's going on with your model density wise. I know that's not the best practice to do it that way, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so that's fine that that's in the middle like that. Okay. This... I love how TikTok's all, encourage your viewers to send gifts. Like, I don't care about that. I've always come back from ice skating practices with sore and cut ankles. Yeah, it's tough. It's rough. I injured both of my knees last year, and they're still like, they still hurt. They're getting better finally, but they still hurt because I overextended both of my knees by falling. And then my wife, she also injured her knees. To the point where we actually went to like a sports medicine doctor just to make sure she didn't tear anything. But yeah, it's rough. Okay. Hold on a second. That's fine. This is where it's going to get a little weird. Hey, what are you doing? How many polys was the alien model? I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure it was in the millions, but Unreal handled it like a champ. Okay, so this point is when I'm going to start rotating these a different direction. And I think what I'm going to do, yeah, so this is going to be handled a little bit differently instead of having these like brackets down here. So we'll do that separately. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you knew... Wait, Mr. Tisk. In case you didn't. What happened? Just wanted to make sure you knew in case you didn't yet. Oh, the gifting thing? Yeah. I don't require the gifts from people. I'm like... I know TikTok's one of those platforms where they're all like engage people and like get people like hyped up, but I'm like, my content isn't very like hypey content, so it just is what it is. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Core Activities. Alright, so this is gonna be the same kind of weirdness here. I'm gonna basically just twist these as much as I can. That's gonna have to be a smaller one. Unless I do that kind of separately. I guess I could do like a gimbal type deal there. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like when I make a really chunky little small piston. How high can I go up? Not very high. Just a little squish piston. Okay. That'll work. There's like a sub-D genre on TikTok where people act like NPC from video games and they have their followers that, yeah, I know. It's weird. I like TikTok. Like, the community's growing on TikTok finally, which is cool. But sometimes the content on TikTok, I'm even just like, why are we doing this? Oh, no, I just want to let you know your mic is a bit blown out. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. That message must have gotten deleted because I didn't see it. Sorry. Let me fix that. I appreciate you for letting me know. Test, test, test. Oh, that's the speaker. Oh, that's why. Hold on a second. Testing, testing. Okay. Pull that down just a tad bit. We'll see if that's a little bit better. It's at 76, so that should be okay. Yeah, we'll try that. Appreciate you for letting me know. Alright, so... It's funny that I'm even putting this much thought into this because you're never going to see the underside of this, but I would like it to look the way it does. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this because I don't like it. I need that part, but the rest of this I don't need. Da, da, da. I think the other thing that sucks is, like, ever since we got TikTok back, it's been very strange. Like, the platform is very weird now, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But I'm like, I've got live access, I might as well use it. All right. How long have we been going? Got 30 minutes left, guys. Love your work. It helps during my university crunch time projects. You're fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Tisk. How long have you been in university? So what do you call this tank of yours? Is it fictional or does it actually exist? No, it doesn't actually exist. This is my own design. So I've been mulling like the name of it. And I think it's gonna somehow have Titan in it. Cause I don't know. Tanks called like Titan something are always dope, so I'll probably do something cool like that. I honestly haven't put a lot of thought into it. I floated the idea of having the community vote on a name, so I'll probably do like a Discord vote. So if you want to vote on the name, jump in the Discord. It's a little funky, I don't like that, but it should be okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Birds were freaking out. I want to go check to see what it was. Alright, it's honestly turned into a game dev asset modeling bachelor. Oh, 3D animation bachelor. Okay, cool. Is there a helicopter starting in the background? No, it's music. It just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, honestly. About 2 years now. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Very cool. I don't miss the college days at all. Alright, so that's good. I've got that stabilizer there. Is the main mic selected? That should be. I just reinstalled TikTok Studio, so like as far as its setup goes, I don't know if I even did it right, to be honest with you. I wish I could just stream it from OBS. Yeah, main one's selected. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What about using the round quarter shader instead of beveling the geo? So the reason I don't use shaders like that is because it doesn't generally carry over into other applications, and so that's generally why I don't use it. You can't? That's rough. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Are you guys hearing like a fluttering sound or something? Oh, I wonder if you're hearing my fan. Hold on, let me turn that off. See how that works. Oh, OBS? Yeah, no, you can't. You used to be able to. They used to provide you stream keys, but they don't anymore, which is really annoying. I wish they still did. Because I stream to Instagram through OBS. Jurek, what was your college meal that hit every single time? It's a fan I hear. Okay, well, I just turned off my ceiling fan, so we'll try that. What's going on? Well, I don't know what's going on. My go-to college meal. I don't know, that was 2015, so I gotta think back. I wasn't, the thing is I wasn't really a poor college kid because I worked full-time for IT while I was in college, which was not a good idea. I don't recommend anyone does that. But I got Jersey Mike's a lot, now that I think about it, because it was fast, it was relatively healthy, and it was a pretty good sandwich. I'm not sure if I'll work on my TARDIS model tonight. I've just hit a roadblock and I can't get through it. In other words, my query is quite difficult to solve. Oh, I'm sorry you're stuck, but if you need help, you know where to go. I'm enjoying your videos very much. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that. I'm glad they're finally reaching people on TikTok, because I was starting to feel like TikTok was going to be a waste of time. I have no idea how you worked full-time and studied as well. So, there's a really terrible, crappy story about that. So, I worked full-time. I did online Full Sail University, which was also an accelerated program. So, not only was I in college, but it was an accelerated program. By the time I was done with school, I didn't touch 3D for another like 9 years after I finished it, because I burned out so badly that I didn't really want to work on anything anymore. So it's not a good idea. I don't recommend it. But I also knew that I needed to have a career, because at the time that I was kind of going to school and finishing school, we had the whole drama with Rhythm and Hues and Life of Pi. And so the industry was just trash. Like, it was falling apart. Studios were closing left and right. And I knew that I didn't want to just jump into the industry at that time. And so I threw myself into IT, and I still do IT, but I'm starting to try to get away from that. And yeah, I burned out really badly. I'll ping you if I get back into it maybe sometime tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for all your videos. I have no problem. College didn't, let's see. Hope to genome on, have a counselor mold me into an advanced organic modeler. Specs looks powerful. Nice, very cool. College didn't really do much for me. Yeah, so those after like college programs like Gnomon, Think Tank, there's another one too. I don't remember what the other one is. Those are really good. That's where a lot of my friends who do work in the industry learned most of their skills. So that's honestly my advice nowadays, is like, don't pick a university, go to one of those, because your money is going to be better dedicated to something. And like, honestly, the people who are going to Think Tank are coming out with some amazing work. Like, I look at the portfolio I graduated with, and I'm like, damn, I wish Think Tank had existed when I chose to go to school. Because it would have been more beneficial, I think. Did we lose Instagram again? No, Instagram's still going. I'm having a lot of issues with stream today. It's kind of weird. I saved Sharky. I did the thing. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and shape this out, because I hate the way that looks. It's nice now, too, because, you know, now I don't have to worry about school, so I just get to do the fun stuff. Do you use Mash for modeling? Yes, I used Mash to make the tank treads, and I actually did a full video on YouTube on how I used Mash to make the tank treads. Because it's just honestly like the best way to do it. There's a lot of people who are against using Mash for some reason. I'm like, it just works. Like, why would you be against that? Hey, I enjoy your video. I would like to share a tip. In one of your video, I saw the way you added multiple edge loops can be achieved in a faster way. If you're talking about the, what do you call it? The Connect tool? Yeah. Generally with my videos, what I'll do is I'll focus on like one tool at a time. I don't try to show like every single way you could do something because that just gets confusing. So when I do videos like that, it's because I'm doing one to focus on a tool and then its subset of tools. Not so much just to say like, here's the 30 different ways you can achieve something, because there are so many ways to achieve different things in Maya. But yeah, a lot of people commented that one, and so that's a video that I'll do eventually too for the Connect tool as well. But I appreciate that. All right. So this is going to be a really interesting object to kind of do here. I'm trying to think of like how else I want to detail this. Because like it is just a giant like spinny wheel, but I want it to at least look nice. Okay. Do you work in advertising or just freelancing? So I just do freelancing and like independent film work is kind of like where my experience lies for now. I've done a little bit of advertising stuff throughout the years, but it was for groups that never really came to fruition. So I did a lot of work for like startup stuff, which was cool. It was a fun experience, but like it definitely wasn't something I really enjoyed, because like at one point I was designing a toothpick that goes on a popcorn bucket. I'm like, this sucks. So yeah, I don't really do much with that anymore. Let's see. Can I ask a question not related? What you doing right now? It's something about Maya. It's been bothering me a lot and can't find a solution on the internet so far. Yeah, of course. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, these live streams, if you guys have questions, that's kind of what they're meant for. So it's just a good way to like interface with the community and talk with everybody and answer questions as I can. Is that playing? Go here. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. So here's the fun part. We're going to have to do some radial symmetry stuff, to which I hate, but it's going to be the easiest way to get this accomplished, so. Final question before I go. What are your thoughts on Blender? I don't hate Blender at all. I like Blender. I just don't like using Blender. I think it's awesome for people who can't afford the software that we generally use, like ZBrush and Maya and Houdini. Blender's a really cool option for that. I'm not like the biggest fan of using it. I tried to kind of like work with it last year, and it just seemed really convoluted for modeling. But, I mean, there's some amazing stuff that comes out of Blender, so I'm like, maybe if I ever have the time or the want to like sit down and learn it, I'll probably spend some time with it, but I have no quarrels with Blender. I do like making fun of the Blender people who come into my community to just like shit on what I use, but that's just for, my entertainment. It's a good question, though. Let's see, just some private stuff. What's your type in music? Just went home from a Papa Roach. Wow, Papa Roach. Haven't heard that one in a long time. My type of music. So I listen to a lot. It's actually really funny because like it drives my wife nuts because like I'll be listening to like night funk music, or then I'll switch to dubstep. This model in particular, so like my music taste seems to like change with every project I work on. So like this model in particular, I've been listening to a lot of Slavic Celtic music. So like drums and like guitar and like a whole like I found this really cool artist that makes this like modernized like Celtic music. So I've been listening to him. But like generally like my go-to is either like EDM, dubstep, or metal. Blender never please. Yeah, it's probably not something I'll like dedicate a ton of time to. I would like to know it, but I don't think I'm gonna like. There's enough people making tutorials on Blender. I don't have to do that. Same. I too haven't found the time, and the industry standard is still Maya for now. Yeah, and I don't even know if that's gonna change. To be honest, like it just depends on if the studios want to adapt Blender, but I have no idea. But yeah, I like using Maya. I don't hate Blender. I just don't like it. I don't like using it. I'm turning 30 this year and basically started the interest 2 years ago for 3D stuff. Any suggestions on where to go after university? Yes. So after university, there's a couple of things you can do. There's even one that I'm looking into, which is doing a mentorship. Because I've got an artist that I really want to do a mentorship with. So mentorships are good. They're generally the more like affordable post-college like learning that you can do, and plus you can get direct learning from somebody who like has been working in the industry. So you can do that. The other options are things like Think Tank, Gnomon, Flip Normals has a lot of like really good courses and stuff. In fact, Flip Normals is how I learned my initial like push into ZBrush. So there's a lot of like post-secondary stuff you can do, and a lot of it's getting pretty affordable, honestly. Let's assume you have an object with different materials assigned to it. Now, if you export the object and then re-import it, assuming it has a different name, then Maya actually re-imports it as a new mesh. Maya just duplicates the materials. It depends on the format you're using, because like if you're working with like say FBX, it's gonna contain that data and carry it over. If you're using something else that contains texture data, I don't really know, because I honestly like you could be working with like what's that workflow? It's that universal workflow that they've been focusing on, USD. So if you're doing like USD, I honestly don't know, but I've never really had that issue. As a TikTok. There's inactivity on your stream. Like, no, there's not. There's actually people talking in there, so shut up. Okay, thanks for taking questions. Good luck with the rest of your stream. Can't wait to see the final tech design. You have a good one, MLW. Thanks for hopping in. It's been good chatting. As a Blender user, whatever user software you use, I wouldn't bother you for using Maya. It's just another way to make 3D art. No, absolutely, and that's the thing. Like, going after people for using the software they use is honestly so silly, and I don't know why the Blender community does it. It happened, my quick tip yesterday, I had somebody, oh, you should just uninstall Maya. Like, what does it matter? I'm like, are you just mad that somebody's teaching something that you don't like? Like, I don't understand I really don't understand it. So, like, I don't go after people for using what they use, because, in all honesty, real artists don't do that. So, use what you're going to use. Like, just because I buy Walmart paintbrushes doesn't mean like I'm any less of a painter than like somebody who buys some ridiculous fancy Hobby Lobby brand. It's just whatever you want to use. I love ZBrush and Maya. Honestly, character modeling is just real enjoyable for me. Yeah, that's awesome. I love seeing like what all my friends do for character modeling, because like their stuff is amazing. It's never something that's interested me, just because like I don't like making people. I feel like that's just like so much to learn in one way, or like in one area. No, that's awesome. Like I don't think I could ever be a character modeler, but I give people props. It seems to be like the constant, like the general thing too, is like people either like character or they like hard surface, and both sides are just like, I don't know how you like doing that. But that's cool. Yeah, I'm learning ZBrush for creature stuff because I really like creature work. Everyone hating on Maya or Blender is dumb. Both are great, different reasons. Absolutely. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's really nothing wrong with either of them. Crix, what's up? How are you? What's up, Michael Stryker? How you guys doing? All right, so I'm trying to think of how I want to do the topology on this. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of multi-cutting here. Okay, so that should support that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Oh, and to add to that music question, I listen to a lot of orchestral stuff too. Movie soundtracks are the shit. I love them. It's good. How about you, by the way? It's 4:45 a.m. Damn. I can never get like the right times for everybody. I feel bad, but that's just the way the planet works, I guess. Hey, I still don't have my point. You still don't have your points? Sharky, are you still there? Let's see if Sharky's still there. He can fix that for me, because I'm stupid apparently. Your mic on here is tenfold better. TikTok is so I had to drop the quality on TikTok because apparently the machine that I'm streaming off of can't handle 4 streams at once, which is understandable. That's a lot of data. But I guess we'll see how that works. But YouTube's a great place because I'm currently pushing for partner on YouTube. I wonder if TikTok's just like nuking my audio. This has honestly been the most active TikTok stream I've had in a long time though, so it's good to know. I'll continue streaming on the platform. Sharky. Let me see if he's in Discord. Hold on. Oh, he's on Do Not Disturb. I'll leave him alone. We'll get you your points back, Michael Stryker. Don't worry. I thought that worked. Ah, there he is. Hey, Sharky. How do I give Michael Stryker point? Michael, do you remember how many points you lost? Because I don't even remember. I'm gonna head back to bed. Have fun. Cricks, have a good night. Get some good sleep. Just give him like, I don't know. I don't remember how many you had, Michael. 3.5k. Can you give Michael Stryker 3.5k points? And then show me how I do that so I'm not an idiot. Click channel points, 3 dots, review requests, and then you can review. Oh, what? No way. Channel points. Do I have to do that on Twitch? Is that how you do that? Nuh-uh. Creator dashboard. Viewer rewards. Let's see. Power-ups and channel points. Okay, I think I know I'm in the right area. I'll get it approved. I'll get it fixed for you, Michael. Thank you, Sharky. Appreciate you, buddy. How important is it? Wait, how important is for you food? Oh, good topology. If you're going to sculpt. Personally, when going through the high to low poly workflow, really looking at good topology. No, so your like good topology doesn't matter until you're like done with your sculpt. So as far as that goes, like, yeah, you can basically just do whatever you want, like while you're sculpting. Your topology is going to come into play when you start to retopologize, because that's the whole point of that process, is to, you know, take that data, bake it through, and then have your model that is set up to actually be animatable. But as far as like ZBrush tips, no, I don't have any yet. If you want some good ZBrush tips, follow Jared Chavez. He's got some really good ones he does every once in a while. And then Jay Hill as well. Both of those guys are basically masters at ZBrush at this point. Okay. Cool. So that's exactly what I want. Awesome. Okay, so file, save scene as. We're gonna go version 38. I ran out of energy drink. $1.94 Maru. Thank you for the follow on Instagram. What the hell? My message did not send. Well, I'm gonna play Hell Let Loose. I'm gonna lower the stream volume. That's so weird. What did you send? That's weird. Did it really important to retopologize? Oh, is it really important to retopologize everything? Yes. So if you plan on working in the industry, like game industry, film industry, any of that stuff, your topology does really matter. Especially if it comes down to if you're going to be animating a character. So there are a lot of people who will just do sculpts in ZBrush and post their stuff, and that's really cool too. And you can do stuff like that, but if you're trying to get a job somewhere and you need to kind of show that you understand the process, you have to be able to show that you can do that stuff. So that's super important. Same for hard surface modeling. Like topology is just kind of a requirement. All right, so we're gonna go W. And just that's already good. I'm gonna go Control D. What direction do I need to go? Rotate Z in the negative by 45 degrees. 35 degrees. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go Edit, Duplicate Special. Just reset that real quick. Alright, so negative 35. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Also 11 copies. Wrong direction. I hate that they don't label these. I think it's this one. Nope. Why these are reversed is beyond me. Okay, yeah, just too many parts. So let's go 5. Is it 5? 5 gets most of it, not all of it though. Apply. Negative 30, okay. Sometimes I swear. Duplicate special is an awesome tool, but sometimes it just does not work right. Alright, 36 degrees. So that's that. Go mesh, combine. Vertex points. I'm going to merge all those. That should hopefully work. It looks like it did. Beautiful. Alright, so we got these weird little converging points. We're going to turn these into quads. Okay. Perfect. I dig it. Oh, I got it. Thank you. You're welcome. You duplicate special and then press G. Maya should repeat your last action. Yeah. I use G quite often. Alright, so that's better. I just need a little bit more support because there's a little bit too much, like, sloppiness. I know I did those. It's weird that it didn't hold those. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Do mesh, mirror, bounding box, positive, Z. And delete all the history on that. Show, isolate, view selected. All right. Cool. Much better than that piece of junk. All right, so let's move this one over. Oh, wait, no, we're not done yet. Hold on. I don't like leaving these behind, so... Beautiful. Okay, much better. You don't have to remove those poles. I don't like them that way, so I tend to remove them. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Did you ever 3D print your models like like Warhammer miniatures? No, I 3D printed my lightsaber. It's actually still sitting in my garage. I need to redo that one, honestly. I don't tend to like really 3D print my models. I've been tempted to 3D print the ship, but it's just like having the time to 3D print it, to sand it, to paint it, all that stuff. Like, I only 3D print if I'm like really interested in like taking that project all the way. Okay. But guys, that's kind of it right now. I'm going to save the scene, version 39. I don't know why it's doing MAMA. 39, save as. Actually, I forgot to delete the... My 2025 has been something to deal with, unfortunately. Let's save that real quick. I always wanted to do 3D modeling stream, but I get caught up with the interactions far too much. Is this something that you've had to deal with personally, or you have to be able to avoid the situation? No, I mean, I don't... I think that's one of the common things is, like, I don't actually get a lot done when I'm streaming. I get stuff done, like, don't get me wrong, but I don't get a ton done because the purpose for the live streams is to talk to people for me. So it's to engage with my community and talk with everybody. So I kind of know going into it that I'm going to lose that time. So that part's kind of important to me. I think you just have to decide, like, what it is you want to do. Because I follow a lot of people who, like, they just, basically will say, hey, what's up? And then that's, like, the end of the conversation, and they'll keep working. And that's cool. Like, I mean, if people want to watch that, that's totally cool. I personally don't enjoy watching that necessarily because, like, I do want to talk with the artist and learn about them. It's why I watch, like, Andrew Hoxson and MLW Creative, who was in here earlier. Like, I watch them because they interact and I can ask them questions and learn things. So, like, I tend to not like it when people are live streaming and they're just trying to, like, stream their workflow and not really talk to people. So it's kind of like the personal decision on if you want to be one of those people, if you do want to talk to people, and, like, what your goal with the live stream is. Speaking of paying and sending, I ordered a TARDIS police box model. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's something I kind of had to learn throughout I've been live streaming for 4 years now. I've done everything from podcasting to game content to this. And I've just kind of settled on the idea that, like, live stream is not to get things done. And I don't think it should be to get things done. You can get things done on your off time. It's a great time to just interface with people and network. And that's why I like doing it. Did TikTok or did Instagram, like, preemptively end my stream? No, they didn't. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. I think, like, however you want to live stream, it's up to you. But you have to go into it with the mindset of, like, I'm either going to focus on my work and not really talk to people, or I'm going to talk to people and get a little bit done on my work, but not a lot. That's cool, M. Sharif. That'll be fun. You should post pictures of that when you build it. But all right, everybody, it's been a little over 2 hours, so I'm going to go. I'm currently in the middle of tearing my entire office apart and rebuilding things, so I've got some wood to stain. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. This is a cool, fun Saturday thing, so I'll probably try to do another one next weekend if I can. But you guys have a wonderful time. Instagram, you guys are the first to go just because I can't rate or do anything on Instagram, so goodbye, Instagram. All right. TikTok, you guys are next. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was one of the most active TikTok streams I think I've ever had. So I appreciate you guys being here, and thanks for everyone who carried over the other platforms as well. We'll talk to you guys soon. And live, and... All right. YouTube. Same for you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Looks like it was a pretty bumping stream on YouTube too, which is cool. Have a good one. Keep killing it, my guy. Thank you so much, Mr. Tisks, and thanks for following on the YouTube. I appreciate you. Bye, sir. Nice to meet you. Shivam, it's very nice to meet you too. My dog is going to rip my chair out of my office. You guys have a wonderful night. And then Twitch.